So from here, we're going to go to the Specifications tab. And this is where you start putting in the information to figure out the time it takes to machine parts. For example, how many horse is your motor? Does it have indexing? If you had a 4th or 5 axis indexing head for it, you could put it in here. And then how long it takes to do an index. So if you went from 0 to 90 degrees on a 4th axis, does it take 10 seconds? Does it take 5 seconds? How long does it take? And you put that in there and they'll start calculating that information and give you correct time to cut the part. You can also do the 4th and 5th axis move together if it was a trunnion style. Over here on the feed rate, this area does become important if you know all the specs for your machine, because CamWorks will take into account tool change times. It'll take into account how far away it has to move, and if you give it some of that information here, it'll make your cutting time more accurate when you go into CamWorks. Table travel is pretty obvious. Is it like I said on the first page, it was 40 by 20, so I would want X to be 40 and then 20 by 25. Now, CamWorks does take this information into account when you're trying to put your tools in your part and whether it can come up and clear things or not. So it is important to have this information correct to your machine. Cutter comp options. You can add tool radius to lead in, lead out, display cutter comp on first move, display toolpath, G-code coordinates, calculate safe CNC comp toolpath. I recommend this one because it'll actually try to make sure that everything clears correctly.